Okay. Put the Sargon's sources seem to have still be there. Down in the description box. Okay, we'll go for a commentary. Quick go through the This Week in Stupid by Sargon as we go. The previous video should tell you how I researched this before we started. Okay, so let's go. I'm just going to comment on it. This will just be 24 minutes. We'll see what happens. You can't hear him, I can. Going to Berkeley, stirring up trouble. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Ben Shapiro should be nowhere near that. And one on troublemaker, rabble rouser. He's not a Nazi, he's a nutter. Well, I don't think anybody has. Nobody official anyway. What stupid people do is, well, stupid. Yeah, he's not just a conservative though, is he? He's a far right Trump. Can't commit violence. Yes, it costs $600,000, so don't go there. He is a dangerous man. He stirs up trouble. He's provocative. He's not a centre-right Republican. He's a far-right Republican. It's insane, Sargon, that you are even talking about kicking up that kind of trouble. Well, that's assuming that there are any ones of the far right. Possibly. Well, this is just speculation. Speculation. That's just. Oh, come on. Speculation on people's faces. Come off it. What behaviour is this for a rationalist? Oh, really? Protection of private property, not persons. That's popular. Popular. That's. It's just invective. He's just asserting things here. Well, you don't know that it was the officers who wanted to use pepper spray. Fuck these middle class kids. Like you, for example. Marxist shit like being nice to people. He's just asserting here. Generally things are pretty good. A few flaws, like racism, like hundreds of people being assaulted, but oh gosh! What on earth is Berkeley booking these people? they're not far right. Of course, it's not far right. My liberal is not far right. Steve Bannon is not far right. No, they're anti-free speech. They're anti-hate speech. No, we're against the rise of a Nazi right. Nazified right, I should say. No. Not right for domination. No. No incitement of hatred against another person, no incitement of crimes, of violence against other people is legitimate. Well, how often do you have to see this before you take notice of it? Yes, precisely. It makes a difference because you're in UC Berkeley. No. What has been said has been repudiated many times. Have got a leg to stand on. It's fake news. The sooner you admit, Carl, the sooner you admit that you're a far-right troll, the further it will be all be. Why don't you just be honest? You're just putting in people's like, look at this fat face here. I'm at 622. He's just sniggering internally. Red gangs, who just throws that in, having been completely dished by it about the year before. Yes, what's wrong with that job? Oh, Afghan men, I don't know anything about this. It's not what I've heard. No. They're not due to the majority of the sexual abuse. It's been completely dished before many times. Because you miss. The only reason he's got that is because he's misquoted an earlier BBC report. He's actually deliberately piling lie upon falsehood upon lie here. That is one person. No. There was only one case of that happening. No, it's not because of microinflation. I haven't been proved at all. They are giving them moral consideration. The whole purpose of this program is to treat them as moral people and hold them to account according to the morality of the law. That doesn't. Just modestly, that has not been proven. It's going back to this rape gangs thing from last week. That's been absolutely completely dished. Well, I just love it's just horrible. The way Sargon cares about women and then doesn't care about women at all. It's very hard for me to okay. Yep. That's right. He's a liar and a murderer. Yes, that's right. He's lying the same way you do, Sargon. Yes, he also looks like you as well. You're on the same side. Notice the crotch that you have been determining. What are you going to say? You're going to say to her, I wouldn't even rape you? Are you going to say that to this victim? Are you? See, I can do it to your picture the same way as you do to other people's picture. I'm now at 10:13. Sexual emergencies. I just want. How? Yes, it is. It's so good. The guy's a murderer. That's why it's on trial. Well, that's why it's on trial and because he's guilty. We assume. But he has to go through a whole due process of law before we find that. It deserves to fail trial. Did you not hear the stuff about sub judice this week? You can be this was a UK court. You'd be in trouble, Paul Carr, for saying that. He deserves a fair trial, no matter if he's innocent or guilty. Here's the story which first one I researched in my last. Yeah, if you run up against if you go up to this video, going back from 10:47, you go at 11:05, I think it is. He says shows the top bullet points of the article. Bullet point 3 says, bullet point 2 says, speaking at Goldsmiths University, he said direct action meant insurrection. In the third line it says insurrection means a violent uprising. Now, you can't have it both ways. Either Daily Mail has to say the direct action means insurrection, or it means violent uprising. Now, the guy is using it, you say that the guy is using it in a very particular way, you can't in the very next bullet point say it means something completely different. He was using insurrection in a very particular way that he explained it in the video. He said direct action plus strikes meant insurrection. That's what it used to be called. When you bring people out on the street and block off areas and when Maggie Thatcher was doing a thing, it's what Maggie Thatcher called people going on strike, collective action. It's the whole thing about the enemy within, so on and so forth and so on. So you're saying, okay, well that's what we need. What Margaret Thatcher made illegal, which was collective action, strikes, supporting other strikes, and people in the streets, giving popular support to a changing government because they don't believe that democracy is working for them. That's what it means. It means you want direct action of that kind, but it's not calling for a violent uprising. That's completely unjustifiable twisting of his words by Daily Mail. And guess what? Sargon is just going along with them and not reading properly. You know, it's right there. Bullet point 2, bullet point 3, at 1 minute 58, 1 minute 58, 1 minute 11:07. It's the top of that Daily Mail article just says that the article is a load of rubbish. Industrial action, direct action. Whoa. Sargon just said that John McDonnell does not want a democracy. No, that's not what he said. Democracy is not working for us. He doesn't say that there's an alternative to democracy which he wants to work instead. He wants democracy to work the way it's supposed to. That's what it clearly meant, and Sargon is taking a very deliberate and very strange misunderstanding of what he said. He does not say he's against democracy. He never says it. Never says it. Well, socialist dictatorship. John McDonnell is not like that. Where are you getting that from? You're assuming that it's because he's a socialist, he's therefore a Marxist, and therefore a communist who wants a dictatorship. That's all come out of your head, Sargon. There's nothing in what John McDonnell has said about that. That's what he thinks will be ushered in. Oh, he's just said, calling for an insurrection because we live in an illiberal democracy that won't endorse socialism. That's not what John McDonnell said. That's not what he said at all. He did not call for a insurrection because he wanted to introduce a dictatorship. He said he wanted insurrection to ensure that democracy worked for the people as it is now. He wants democracy, but he wants one that works. Well, you just perverted words there and concocted a completely false it's defamation. It's defamation of character of John McDonnell. You'll be lucky if he doesn't sue you. Danger to the system, guards, if you wouldn't. You can just see the smug smile on his face. No. Okay, so Andrew Pridgeon is. I'll look him up later. Whether he's a mainstream Tory or whether he's some extreme UKIP nutter. Sure they know this. Well, he may well have said it's class war. He's allowed to. It's a free country. He's allowed to say that. No, it's a hate symbol. That's the whole purpose of choosing that symbol. Is it looks like a hate symbol. It looks like a fascist, a fascia with an axe head. That's what it looks like. Yes, it is. It was created by you. Yeah. Yes, but you also can't tell if it is a parody. Yes, it's a parody, but you don't tell people it's a parody, then you can't. They can't tell it's as good as a hate symbol. Yeah. Because you can't tell the difference. It's the Knight's Cross, fascia, axe heads. What else? Yes, but you would need to tell them that all the time while you are doing it. You can't troll people and not tell them that you're trolling them, and then say that their reaction is abreaction. Because if it looks sincere, then they are entitled to treat it as if it's sincere. This is just Schrodinger's douchebag again. No. Mel Brooks, he's talking about Mel Brooks, the producers, that telegraphed, that was featured in the papers as being a parody. It was in fact a parody about a parody. And about a parody where some people didn't get the parody. It's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It parodied the fact that people can't get parody. No, because they're not like this. You want to remove it because it evokes narcissistic. Because it is narcissistic. Because it's deliberately designed to be a close mimic of a Knight's Cross, a fascia, and axe heads. Because the symbology that you're using is a hate symbology and people will get hurt because of it. Well, they wanted to apologise. They wanted to explain they'd done something wrong. People shouldn't do this. So calling out themselves for being... It's not representative people, it's people who care that other people are going to be attacked on the basis of what's going on there. This is the Tunisian story. Yeah, there's a 1956 deck, which I bet that Sargon doesn't mention. Oh, Saudi Islamic source. Well, if it's Saudi Arabia clerics don't speak for Islam. Mainstream Islam doesn't impose death penalty for apostasy. That hasn't done for ages. Well, let me just try to correct this. He's saying that in all Islam in the Middle East, Muslim women can't marry out. Well, that's not true, because there are manifold Christian, Maronite, Jewish, and other minority religions in the Middle East, and they have been marrying each other for quite a while. What's very promoted is to marry out and deconvert from Islam. Now, in some most liberal country there was, which was Lebanon before the crash, before Syria got involved, and the whole Israel thing was with Israel. Basically, guerrillas. Very, very complicated situation, but Lebanon was the most liberal of the Middle Eastern countries for quite a long time. 50s, 60s, very liberal, and I think, pretty sure that intermarriage was not a problem. Yeah, country banned polygamy as far as back in 1956. As far as I know, the United States still hasn't as a federal authority. There are still polygamists trying to roll back the law in various states. I'm thinking about Mormons and other people of that nature. I don't think that the law was actually implemented on polygamy as far back as 1956. So before we start casting great aspersions upon the women of the Middle East, how would Sargon feel about his son marrying a Muslim? I wonder. I'll just let that sit there. Yes, and Venezuela's president. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Rabbits. Rabbits been used by food in this country for a long time. Rabbit hutches were quite a common occurrence in working class areas. Why would the United States sanction a country because they nationalised American oil companies? Is it a country free, or is it a country not free? If a country is free, then it's entitled to any property which stands on it within law. It can confiscate property that's on it, and that's that's just one of the business risks you take. Yep, that's the way many working class families reared chickens and rabbits for exactly that purpose, for the pot. Do any of these children have any pets? What on earth is he talking about? Just going to go over that last. Sure. Acute malnutrition is across the thought. To advance to so saying socialism is pet murder. I don't even understand what he's doing about there at all. It seems to be a point which is completely at odds with any kind of sense of what he said before. Don't understand it at all. Perhaps it does make sense if you follow the whole rest of his bilge, but there you go. So, misquoted McConnell, defamatory, offended against sub judice in due process in another country, supported hate symbols which inspire people to go out and incite violence, which they do. That's why we have hate speech laws in this country, which why the government is clamping down on hate speech. And it's not for fun. There's a link there. Okay, well I think that's a fairly good record for this week in stupid. Almost illegal, defamatory, ridiculous, stupid, misreading sources. Can't even read a headline, bullet points. No, not bad record. 0 out of 10. Cheers.